Welcome to Impact Duty. I'm your host, Manisha Dadlani Kripalani, bringing you empowering stories of friends and people I admire. Their voices have given me joy and the momentum to share their stories with you. Krunal Ghorpade, widely known as Kratex, is a distinguished DJ and music producer originating from Mumbai, India. His musical journey revolves around a fervent passion for tech house and techno music. Enriched by his Indian roots, he has created the innovative genre M-House, an enticing fusion of Marathi and house music. Krunal's tracks have gone viral recently, and his impact on the dance music scene remains profound. Welcome to Impact
Yes.
Duty.
Thanks for having me.
We're very happy to have you as a guest on Impact Duty. You have become quite the social media sensation with your recent song. But apart
Yeah,
from that, you are a renowned DJ, a music producer, and a musician.
yeah,
But
yeah.
apart from what we know about you, how would you introduce yourself? If anybody asked you, Colonel, introduce yourself, what would you say about yourself?
Uh, a person who's modernizing Indian music.
Wow.
That's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how are you doing that? That's incredible. So your song
Yeah,
Tamri Sham Tamri, okay, has gone viral. So much so
yeah,
that we are over here in Switzerland are creating reels to it. It was
yeah,
our Diwali song, okay? But
yeah,
you've also had Bollywood actors
yeah,
enact reels to this. So we've had the likes of Shilpa Shetty,
yeah,
Ritesh Deshmukh, making reels on this. Why do you
yeah.
think this particular song has achieved such a level of global success? Why do you think there's such magic to this? Tell us.
I think it's a product of a network effect. Why it has been globally hit and something. It's not like that I released the song and instantly every celebrity or every big person started using it. It was part of that network effect, or you can call that domino effect. Like one
Hmm.
small thing happened, it affected a bigger one, that affected a much bigger one, and then after all, it landed up here. So,
Wow.
I, Tamdi Zamdi, in my career, that might be my 110th song, something. So it wasn't like I made one song and like suddenly everyone is like going gaga over it. Even starting the Marathi thing, it
Aha.
was my 90th or 80th something song.
Wow.
So I think so.
Wow.
It's a and what I think whenever I make the song is this is quite maybe controversial, but I don't make it for the audience. I
Mm.
make it only for myself. I make it because
Right.
I want to enjoy the song, and when I play it, I should be able to dance. So when people see that energy, they will that if the energy is honest enough, they
Hmm.
will dance to it. So honesty is my number one thing I think which has been translated into the song and being bent towards the other people, and they feel that okay, this is quite relatable. This is us, or they also have the same fun which I was having while making the song. So I think
Hmm.
being honest was very important into this. And when I was collaborating with Shreyas, he is the rapper.
Yes.
I always feel free to give them their space. I don't
Right.
come there and okay, you do this. No, even the Laka Laka term, the whole thing was made up by bought by him. And I
Right.
was like, I should be open enough when I'm collaborating. I should
Hmm.
be very open enough to bring the ideas of the one who's collaborating with me to
Hmm.
have it on board, and I should complement it and not correct it or like have my thing on it or something like that. So it's
Hmm.
very much like two energies coming together and it's something is happening. To be very honest, when we released it, it didn't have this big reaction at all. Like it was
Right.
released in May 2024.
Really? Okay. Aha.
Yeah,
So
the
what
video was released soon, the 2 months back, but the audio was released way back.
so what do you think was that turning point that made it so magical or so viral? What do you think with this particular song the magic point was or the turning point was?
I think two important things. One is because I use house music. House music is a
Mm.
part of electronic music which is much easier to consume by your brain, because generally
Mm-hmm.
electronic
Mm-hmm.
music is maybe the harder side like techno or like
Mm-hmm.
trap and dubstep, which is not easy to consume. right? But
Right.
house music is one genre of electronic music which is easily enjoyable by every person who doesn't even know how to dance.
Right.
The body
Right.
will move constantly. So I think so
Right.
that helped. And the second thing was the lyrics are gibberish,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
it's like laka laka laka. You don't need to understand the language to say that, right?
True.
Like
True.
what happened in Gangnam Style, maybe Despacito and Waka Waka.
Mm-hmm.
These tracks, they, even if you don't understand the language, you can still
Mm-hmm.
understand the hook of it. So I think so the
Totally.
combination of these two things, like the house music and the easiness of it, got attracted by a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people. And
Mm-hmm.
the third thing which I can say is my core Marathi audience who supported me and shared my music so much that it
Mm-hmm.
reached
Mm-hmm.
outside the boundaries of Marathi. And like because in India, like we are so diversified and we are friends with everyone. It's not like
Right.
Marathi people are only friends with Marathi people or something like that. We are friends with everyone. Everyone talks
Eh,
to each other. They share cultures. So when
right.
someone used to share Marathi people used to share this music. Others used to like it. Even in my shows, I see Punjabi people, Gujarati people. They
Mm-hmm.
like my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think so when you make something so simple and you add the modernization to it by like house music is a completely American and European thing,
Right.
but it
Right.
works there
Exactly.
because it has proven record that this kind of music can win Grammys and can be viral hits. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what if I use that to enhance my culture and like put it out
Mm.
so that it's much easier. So I think that it's just combination of these things which helped it to grow that much. It wasn't like one person shared it somewhere and then it became viral, or there was some controversy there. That's why it became viral. No, it
No.
was slowly and gradually growing up, and up. And all these celebrities, I didn't knew them personally. No one, nobody. Like it,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how that song landed up to them. It's the people, they might have just shared it to someone. One day I saw like Zoya Akhtar putting it on her story that
Really.
this is crazy, and Ali Makim, who's like the celebrity hairstyle, he also posting it on a reel. Sunil Shetty posting, like I don't even know like how this got to them. So
Wow. Wow.
I think it's just slow. Once you're honest at your work and you don't think
Uh-huh.
about gaining your fruits, you're just thinking about on your focus state of making that song. Then
Right.
later on, will translate. It will take maybe 1 out of 100 track to blow
Mm-hmm.
up. Like, even in
Mm-hmm.
whatever work you do, even if you're an artist, you paint. If you make 100 paintings, one of it is going to go out. But that depends that all those 100 paintings should be made honestly,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
one out of them is going to go somewhere and it's going to make sense because it's a subjective thing. Art is a
Exactly.
subjective thing. You
Exactly.
might like a song, someone else might not like, which is completely fine. But the
Right.
artist doesn't know whom he's actually giving that to. He's just making that
Wonderful.
art. So
Wonderful.
that's how I think about it.
Yeah, yeah. Krunal, yes, you hit on some key points over there. In your journey in life so far, like you said, you've made over 100 songs. Okay.
Yeah.
Were there points where before this level of success where you thought, am I on the right path? Should I just
Yeah.
otherwise become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or one of,
Yeah.
the traditional
stories of
Yeah.
success that we usually, I mean, were there points in your journey so far that you thought maybe am I not on the right path?
Yeah, actually it was. And it was right before I started making Marathi House Music. It was right before that. I was
Really?
anyways doing a job. I was a head of product design at a company and I worked that for 8 years. Like,
Really?
I was extremely doing good in that. Like, I wasn't
Uh-huh.
like a bad, or I wasn't even bored of that. I was really good at my job. And
Uh-huh.
while I was making my music and it was nothing was happening, I felt like, should I leave this and just concentrate on my job because that's paying me really well.
Right.
And I too started that from ground up. Like I didn't like land up in a big job. Like I started from a small job and then went ahead. And I was like,
Right.
I've done quite a good hard work over here as well. Like, should I just leave my music and focus full time over here and something like that? And that time, and I used to post, like, I still had my Instagram handle as Kratex Music. It wasn't a
Yes.
personal Instagram, it was a music ID. So one of my
Right.
friends asked me that, have you left music? Like, have you left doing music? And that kind of disheartened me completely. That is like, no one told me that. Like, he was a friend, he just asked out of concern because he knew that I'm doing quite good at job. And he didn't
Yeah.
see much content of music on my Instagram. So he just
Right.
asked me, and that I felt really bad after that. That all these years, whatever I have done, is that going to go in a waste?
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I feel why, like I didn't feel like quitting at all. Like I was like, okay, let's
Yeah.
quit and let's focus on my job because I'm the single earner of the family, so I have to focus on earning more.
Right.
So I was like, uh, I should do something. At least I should post something on social media so people don't think I've stopped making music. So
Right.
I made this one reel of me remixing a Marathi song, and I started doing
Uh-huh.
that every day, just to show that I am making music. I
Right.
wasn't
Right.
expecting anything out of it.
Right.
And one of those tracks got like, which was Mama Cha Gawala Jauya. That was a Marathi track which I remixed, and that went
Uh-huh.
quite viral. And that's the point which I realized, like, no, I shouldn't quit. I think I
Mm.
have a good talent, and that's the point I realized because I when I reverse engineer this, I noticed that I never asked anyone what to do this time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Earlier, I used to do
Uh-huh.
that. I used to ask for feedback, give my music to other music producers to ask them feedback. This time, I never asked because my whole purpose was to just show my friends that I make music.
Right.
So
Right.
that positioning of my mindset completely shifted. That don't ask professionals about your
Uh-huh.
music
Uh-huh.
because they're
Uh-huh.
not going to help you at all. It's not like they're not
Wow.
going to purposely help you.
Right.
The feedback they will give you is not a feedback. It is a translation of how would I do that. Like,
Yes.
let's say I give
Yes.
them a song and they will give me a feedback saying that, okay, do this, do that. It's not the feedback. It's like, how would they approach that song,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
useless for me.
Yes. And like you
So
said, artistry is individual.
yeah,
Being an artist is an individual
correct.
process, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
So the best thing I learned is just make something, put it online
Mm.
and
Mm.
see what happens. See what happens. How are people reacting it? Are they sharing it? Are they sharing it on stories? What are they making reels on that? It will take time, but I think so. That is
Mm-hmm.
the number one thing artists struggle is like self-doubting and not posting about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I
Mm-hmm.
did. And once I stopped doing that and I just posted irrespective
Mm-hmm.
if someone likes it or doesn't like it,
Right.
that kind of shifted and that made me know, no, I shouldn't quit. And I think so this is the one thing which I was missing in my mindset, which is I was constantly self-doubting and trying to achieve perfection. There's no perfection in music at all. Anyone who
Right.
claims that I am trying to perfect it or I'm a perfectionist is lying completely. There's no perfection. It's a myth. It's
Right.
just a vague thing. There's no perfect song in the world.
Wow, wow. But you've definitely created a niche for yourself. So you're known
Yeah,
to have created house music with Marathi lyrics. So
yeah.
this is quite a niche. Um, However, do you think that by focusing in on a particular language, you might be limiting your global uh, reach? Do you think that it limits your global reach in any way,
No,
or the
not
other
at
way
all.
around?
No,
Okay,
not at all.
okay.
No, not at all. Because you might have heard this song Despacito.
Yes, obviously.
Do you speak Spanish?
No, my husband does, but I don't. Yeah, yeah.
So you got the answer right. Like it's
There you
music
go.
doesn't have a language. If I
Oh,
would have
beautiful.
done, let's say, if I was a writer
Uh-huh.
and written Marathi books, then my audience would be limited
Mm. There you go.
because
Uh-huh.
their
Uh-huh.
language is a concern. If I would have made uh, not movies, I think so. Movies also nowadays travel and they travel cross culture, but
Yeah.
anything which is very much dependent on language, any art
Right.
which is dependent on language could have caused me some problem. But if it's music, I don't think so. That's a problem. Shakira is a
Mm-hmm.
sensation, world
Yes.
sensation.
Yes.
Diljit is touring the whole world right now.
There you go.
So
Mm-hmm.
I take
Mm-hmm.
inspiration from these artists where they are making music what is true to their heart. They're not
Right.
making
Right.
music to reach X number of people, earn X number of revenue. No,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's getting to them by their audience because their audience love them so much so that they share their content. And others too feel like, okay, what's so big about him? Let me also see it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a right now in this era. It's not important. I think so. If we were talking in like 2001, then it could have been a problem
Right. Ah, okay. Okay.
because there was no. We wouldn't even talk on Zoom, right? At that
Totally.
time,
Totally.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been a
Exactly.
huge problem because discovery was very limited.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you
Mm-hmm.
can discover. You can go on Spotify, search Kratex, push play. That's it. So
Totally.
if the
Totally.
discovery is so fluent and so within like 1 seconds of time, then I think so that doesn't limit my audience at all. Because Tamdi Samadi is a great example.
Yes.
Tamdi Samadi is
Yes.
released on world's biggest EDM label, Spinning Records.
Yes. Yes.
And that
Exactly.
the A&R of that record label didn't even knew that there's a language called Marathi which exists.
Oh
And
dear.
he knew that after signing the record.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
and he loved the track just because it was a good house music track. So I think
Yes.
so. My
Yes.
audience would be limited if I would have made core Marathi music, like the
Mm-hmm.
folk,
Mm-hmm.
folk lines and all. Then it is very difficult to translate it to someone who's not familiar with this kind of music. What I am
Totally.
doing is I am making house music which is very familiar to your new audience. They
Mm-hmm.
listen to house and techno every day. So
Mm-hmm.
I am
Mm-hmm.
giving them my dish, my how would I term it? My dish in their plate,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So they like
Yes.
it. They like the plate, right? So they'll try the dish.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And Krunal, how do you keep getting inspiration? Where does inspiration stem from? And how do you keep fueling your inspiration?
I think my biggest inspiration is meeting new people because I
Mm.
travel a lot and I meet so many people and it's not like uh, people who are successful or anything. It's like meeting
Mm-hmm.
regular people.
Mm-hmm.
I just meet people.
Mm-hmm.
I just talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
I try to understand their stories. What is that? So
Mm-hmm.
every person is unique in this world. If you
Mm-hmm.
try to
Mm-hmm.
like focus on the good parts of that, like everyone has problems, right? Everyone
Mm-hmm.
has,
Mm-hmm.
okay, he's behaving like that. No, no. But if you try to like meet someone and try to dig into that, talk about their childhood and talk about
Uh-huh.
something, there's something which sparks and you get to know new things
Right.
which I couldn't
Right.
get on internet or by um, by watching what you say, like, or biographies or something documented. I won't
Uh-huh.
get that information at all
Uh-huh.
because
Uh-huh.
biographies are not made on normal people. They're
Yes.
made
Yes.
on big people. So I am more interested in to get stories of normal people's life. And I
Mm-hmm.
become
Mm-hmm.
friends because I travel so much. I make friends on the go in flights or somewhere else. So
All
new
right.
people, they share me their music, not Marathi, like anything. They say, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
this have you heard this one? Have you heard this one?" I recently discovered this Bengali house music by a artist when I was in Amsterdam, ADE.
Uh-huh.
It was crazy. I was like, "What is this?"
Uh-huh.
I didn't
Uh-huh.
knew this existed ever, and I instantly become friends with him. He's the guy from US. So some
Uh-huh.
other friend introduced me to him, and I like this, like discovering something out of nothing. This
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
keeps me inspiring, and that makes me feel how small I am in this whole world, and there's so
Mm.
much to do.
So
And
much.
yeah, so that inspires me. Like everyone is so unique, every country is so unique. People are
Mm-hmm.
so unique. Their
Mm-hmm.
cultures are so unique. Like just getting
Mm-hmm.
to know small things out of that just helps me getting inspired, make more music.
Excellent. Excellent. And the other song that's now going viral slowly but surely is Shorties
Yeah.
and Saris. So that
Yeah.
became the other Diwali. So tell us a little bit more about that. Is there a magic
Yeah.
formula that you're using right now? Is there some kind of magic formula? Tell us a little bit more also about your collaborations with Shreyas. Okay, how it
Yeah.
works with his lyrics and your music. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Shreyas, we did this only one track, which is Samdi Samdi, and we met at a writing boot camp, songwriting boot
Hmm.
camp, which I
Hmm.
organized for like producers who are interested to make Marathi music, producers,
Hmm.
rappers, and we met them. We had a great energy with, and we are making scratches of tracks like within minutes. So
Right.
I knew that this guy understands what I want to do, and he's
Hmm.
very open because rappers are generally not open to rap on other beat than hip hop, right? Like,
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
and he was more open to do it on house music.
Right.
So he's so he, so I like those people who are okay to try out things, try
Right.
out new things.
Right.
So when I was making a beat for some other guy, and
Uh-huh.
some reason it didn't work out. That was a Tamdi Tamdi beat. So
Uh-huh.
I sent it
Uh-huh.
to Shreyas. Like meanwhile, while I'm getting response from that guy, you add something in Marathi, and
Mm-hmm.
let's say what works out with three of us will collaborate.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
he sent me the whole thing, and he said like whatever you want to keep, you can keep, and you can add his stuff, and we can work it out. And I liked his version, the entire thing a lot, and I was like, let's release this only because I wasn't getting any response from the other guy.
Right.
And yeah, we just made the track. He started playing it in his shows. I started playing in my shows, and every time it was earlier people were be like, what is this song? Like when you hear a new song, people are not going to react on that instantly.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
because it's a complete new thing, there was never electronic and Marathi was never existing in this world.
Right.
So people,
Right.
it was a new thing for them, and then slowly, steadily, everything started to happen. And the we weren't even planning the video for this.
Uh-huh.
And I watched a lot of like Instagram reels like everyone does, and there are these creators who are very funny, and I thought they used to come to my shows. And I was like, let's do some kind of a music video, and they were like, oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, we have heard your song, this somebody, let's do that only. So they gave
Yes.
me that idea that his dad would come and you dance in a jacket and all that. And I loved the
Yes.
idea,
Yes.
and but we didn't have technical people to work on the video. So and that also came to me where like the directors and cinematographers of the video, they came to one of my shows, they heard somebody and they told me like, can we do a video for you? Then
Uh-huh.
yeah, I have a story already from someone, and you can direct the video and I can produce it. So I financed it on my own. Like I Spinning Records wasn't there in the picture at that point.
Right.
So we did the video, and then Spinning came. Spinning said, "Yeah, we love the video. We love the song. They didn't see the video before. We
Uh-huh.
love the song, and we would like to offer you." Like, great! I have already made a video. Would you like to also feature it on your YouTube? Yeah, that's great. The video
Yeah.
looks really good,
Yes.
and everything just happened. Like everything attracted so well. Like you make your work honestly, your team will find you. You don't
Right.
need to find your team.
Right.
Just
Right.
make something because if lead by example is the thing.
Right. Yes.
If you don't show your team that you are capable to do everything, then your team is
Right.
not going to be confident in you at all. They need to see a confident person to lead something. Only then great works exist in this world. So this is how I collaborate. Like I trust the person. I also see their
Uh-huh.
work, what they have done, and
Uh-huh.
I don't need like an expert to do my work.
Right.
I need a decent person who has basic fundamentals clear. Like if he's a director, he needs to understand what direction is. The cinematographer
Right.
needs to understand what cinematographer is and must have done some work. And yeah, I
Right.
just work with them together. So that's and even the Shorties in Sari videos made by them. Fun fact: Shorties in Sari wasn't even meant to be Shorties in Sari. It was meant to go for a ad. Like I was making music
Uh-huh.
for ad, which
Uh-huh.
they rejected. Which I
Uh-huh.
think they needed something else. So I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay, I'll just remove all the lyrics. I'll add my Shorties in Sari and something. I'll sing it over and I'll release it as my song.
Right.
And I just made that, and Diwali was 3 days after that. I was like, if I release this late, it will be a problem. So I called up these
Right.
guys, like, we want to make a video. Yeah, yeah, clear. Yeah, when should we shoot? Well, guys, there's a problem. We need the video in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, bro, how are you saying, like, how can this work out into that? Well, like, see, don't look at this video as a full-fledged comedy type video.
Right.
Look at it as a reel of two
Uh-huh.
minutes.
Uh-huh.
Like you
Uh-huh.
make it like that, but in horizontal format. So I'm very good in
Right.
explaining to people because I've done engineering.
Right.
So so I explained them, like I can explain stupid shit and convince them. I'm good at that
Okay.
because I studied engineering and did that for 4 years. So
Right. Right.
I explained them, okay, we need to do that. So I called a couple of my influencer friends. They said, yeah, this is a girl. She work in the video. This is one girl. This
Uh-huh.
is one girl. And we just arranged them. And you know Shivaji Park, the main.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So we said. So they decided, because in shooting you need good lights, right?
Right.
And if you bring lights, it's going to cost you up everything.
Right. Yes.
So we are like, it's Diwali. Lights are going to be everywhere. Where's the
Bravo.
biggest place we can find all light up? And we were like, Shivaji Park is full lit up right now. So we don't
Mm.
need lights. We just need one
Right.
light for like the shooting. And we are
Right.
like, okay, this is best. So the world is our stage right now. We
Excellent.
figure out the places and we are like, we cost cutted things so much and we are like, okay, now this can happen in 2 days. So
Uh-huh.
this is where my expertise comes in. Like decision making. What you can say, I'm good at that. So when we
Right.
were making this video, also we are like, okay, do this, eliminate this. We don't. This will cost us and also cost us time. So we made the video, released it. I was in Dubai. They got me a video. I released it from there itself. It was
Uh-huh.
out on Diwali, and in 3 days, it was like from music production to video
Uh-huh.
out on happened in 3 days. So I think
Wow.
so. Collaboration, like trusting others,
Uh-huh.
is
Uh-huh.
very important for me. Like if I don't feel vibe with someone, I'm not going to work with them.
Uh-huh.
If they
Wonderful.
don't trust me, I'm not going to trust them at all.
Right.
So
Right.
I
Right.
find people around me who trust me extremely, so that
Uh-huh.
I can trust them. And this is how it works. And in Shorties in Sari also happened to be the same. No one expected lyrics like Shorties in Sari and something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So because I was hearing this song called there's a very old song called Replay by Iaz. Like, so there's a line, Shorty is like a
Ah,
melody in my head and I can't. So that word, so that was just going in my head, and I was like, okay, Shorty is in Sari. I was like, and I
uh-huh.
wasn't finding anyone to sing it, so I sung it myself by doing
Right.
like vocal manipulation. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, yeah, just put it out because I love the
Wonderful.
song. I didn't even ask a single person for the feedback at all. I just sent my manager, okay, I'm releasing this. That's it.
Wonderful.
I'm not
Wonderful.
asking any label. I don't do any meetings for labels or anything. I'm just going to release this on my own because I like this and I want to put it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And Krunal, do you think Bollywood is something that you would look into? Would Bollywood be an area that you would be interested in? Have
It's
there
a it's
been
a
any feelers from them?
it's a great time we have met and doing this interview because just yesterday I finished a Bollywood track and it's going out in a movie in June. It's a big movie.
Wonderful.
It's a very big movie. I cannot name the movie for
Uh-huh.
confidential clauses.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, it's already done.
Very good. Wonderful. Wonderful. And what other collaborations would you like to see happen for you? What's something on
Uh,
the pipeline that you would like to see
so
materialize?
so I have already collaborated with 2 3 tracks which are like finished and they're already scheduled with the label.
Hmm.
One of which is a new track called Jevliska. So Jevliska is a very fun term in Marathi youth and with everyone, like in the whole Gen Z thing, which is like
Uh-huh.
a guy asks a girl, like whether she had her food or not. So we say Jevliska, but it's
Oh.
more in a romantic way.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
If you have Marathi friends over there, you can ask them like what Jevliska is. It's very like they will smile instantly.
Uh-huh.
So uh,
Wonderful.
I met a rapper. She is a
Uh-huh.
Canadian Maharashtrian. So she's
Uh-huh.
still in
Oh.
Canada, but she's Maharashtrian. And I met her somewhere, and I had this idea: what if like an NRI girl asks Javelista, like what, like how would that
Uh-huh.
feel?
Uh-huh.
That would feel real nice. So I sent her like, see, I have this word Javelista. I wanted that as a hook, and rest you
Uh-huh.
can rap in any language you want.
Right.
I'm not keeping it in a box that you learn Marathi fluently for me or something like that.
Right.
Even though she knows Marathi, but because she stayed in Canada for so long, her English is so good. And she
Right.
raps in English really well. So I was like, you feel free to rap in English. So this is like
Right.
an English Marathi thing coming out. That's my next track, which will be released. And
Wonderful.
a couple of other tracks, which is like I cannot disclose those, but yeah, this I can disclose because this is like on the schedule. So this is what my focus is. I'm not. I don't want to bound other people to do Marathi music for me because I'll put the Marathi thing in it, anyways.
Right. Right.
Rest of the things, I want the artist to feel free. Even if you're doing it in Bengali, doing it in English, Spanish, whatever you want. Do it in
Mm-hmm.
Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
problem with that. I will make sure that I match it because
Wonderful.
as a producer, that's my job. That's not your
Right.
job. I will
Right.
put it up. I will make sure that okay, my Marathi audience will also like it, and your audience will also like it because I want that person's audience to get connected with them also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right, because
Mm-hmm.
they if they speak in their language, because what's happened to me, I want that to happen to them also.
Right.
So I
Right.
try to push them in content wise on my social media. I try to promote them as well so that people know them first. So that is my goal. And of course, if someone in Marathi wants to collaborate, then it's a win-win situation for me. Then my work is just reduced a bit. But this is what my future collaborations look like. So I'm also working with a Spanish DJ. So we have made a
Uh-huh.
Latin and like Maharashtrian vibe kind of house track. So this is the kind of thing I'm going to do a lot, like collaborating with cross-cultural people and like also uh, pleasing my Marathi fans because and I'm doing that for myself as well because
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
when I make Marathi, I'm very much convinced and happy while making it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Yes.
If I make a Latin track, okay, this guy is not even a Spanish guy. What it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
match, you
Exactly.
know?
Exactly. It doesn't come from your core, you know?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what my future collaborations are going to look like.
Excellent. And recently, Krunal, you met Mr. Raj Thackeray. What did that mean for you? And how did that happen?
Yeah, I think many of his what do you say, the people who work for the party, the leaders, and
Uh-huh.
they knew me because
Uh-huh.
from parties or from social media. Mr. Raj Thackeray, I don't think so. He's very active himself on social media, but others told him that this is the guy, and he said that yes, like they invited me to meet at his place. So I went
Uh-huh.
there and I was meeting him, and I was speaking. We were speaking. Yes, yeah, really sorry. They invited me over there, and he was more curious about knowing what I do,
Uh-huh.
like
Uh-huh.
what is this kind of music and where is this played and why do you think this Marathi only thing? Why do you think Marathi music has to be made like this music and all that? He was very curious, and I used to listen to his speeches and all, which went viral. Not like the entire thing, but
Exactly.
whatever used to come on his interviews and whatever used to come on his Instagram feed.
Right.
Everything's aside, I what I respect about him because he's an artist himself. He does
Mm-hmm.
caricatures.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So whatever,
Uh-huh.
so whoever's any artist in the world, can work anywhere else, which is not even an art field, like politics, for example. But he's going to
Uh-huh.
as an artist.
Right. Right.
An artist is an artist first, then
Right.
he's everything. So even an artist is doing like his taxes, he'll think like an artist.
Right. Right.
Even if he's managing his family, he'll think like an artist. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
artist is always artist first. And whenever he was asking me these questions, because that was curiosity of an artist, not
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
questions of a politician.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I really liked about, and we chatted for like an hour or so, and we are
Uh-huh.
thinking. He also gave me good what do you say, feedback, which I implemented instantly
Uh-huh.
after. So number one feedback was he said that there are many people in this world who haven't even been to clubs. What are you
Ah.
planning for them?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Right, like there are
Uh-huh.
many people who don't even know what club is.
Right.
So what we did is like in recent days, like last 2 3 months back, I had a common connection in CRPF, which is the army grounds in Pune.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
there are these their families also stay over those in that camp.
Right.
So they had an annual function, something, that some people dance and all that, like basic, like singing and all that.
Uh-huh.
And there
Uh-huh.
was an influencer friend of mine who was the mutual connect between the DIG and me. Like she was his sister. So she
Right.
asked me, can we do something? Like they didn't even have a plan that what they would do. But they're like,
Uh-huh.
can we do something? And I instantly called my manager and told him we will do a show over here and we won't charge
Right.
them at all.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because I don't. These people have never been to clubs, but they know
Yes.
comedy. Some
There you
they
go.
know
Exactly.
they have heard my music. Let's make a clubbing experience right over there for them, and don't charge them
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't make them. This is not business. This is just. So that's what Mr. Raj Thackeray said that there are many people who don't know what clubbing is. No, don't know what
Right.
electronic music is. How are
Right.
you going to like? What are your decisions? Well, these are my decisions. So even if I
Right.
do like expensive gigs, there are
Uh-huh.
some gigs I do which are not for money. These are just for people who cannot afford me to
Uh-huh.
watch in a club or a concert or somewhere. So I did that show. Then I also did a public show, which was in Mumbai. It was in Kala Chowki, like South Bombay side. It's a bigger the whole Ganesh Visarjan thing which happens over there, and there was a Navratri kind of event, not a Navratri event, but an
Uh-huh.
event during Navratri for common people and it was a singing event, and they called me and we did that event as well. It was like 20,000 people. It was a ticketless event. There wasn't any ticket for that. So I take
Right.
up these events sometimes because it's when I'm promoting my culture or doing something, it's my responsibility also to show these people also like what's the use if
Mm-hmm.
these people cannot come to my parties, cannot hear.
Exactly.
They like my music, but they cannot hear me because it's in a club. Club is expensive and all that.
Right.
So this is one mindset which changed in me, and I think I'll take many other steps when it comes to promoting music across non-listeners of electronic music.
Mm-hmm. 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 Krunal,
So yeah,
it's been a real pleasure speaking with you. I've learned a lot today, and I can't wait to see
my
what you
pleasure.
come out with next. I really can't wait to see what you come out with next. We've got our eyes glued to see what next for our reels over here in Switzerland.
Your reel
Wishing
was actually really, really great. Like I instantly accepted the collaboration. So that's
Thank
also
you.
what I do because you see, I accept most of the collaborations I get. I am not that kind
Yes,
of person who's like, oh no, like very well, edited videos only and this
yes,
only that.
yes,
I'm not that kind of person because I think so. Everyone who's dancing on my music, promoting music, doesn't matter their followers. These are celebrities for me, and they are using and promoting my song. As I
totally.
said, I like people, meeting new people and all that. This is me. If you see my Instagram, it's all flooded. It's not like well designed and best
No,
looking pictures and all that.
yeah, yeah,
Because I
yeah.
love people, I love real reality. I don't. I'm not a fan of like fancy. Obviously, I post it sometimes, but yeah, I'm more of like if someone makes a funny reel, I'll just add as a collaboration. If someone makes a dance reel like you guys, I add it as a collaboration. So that was really sweet of you guys. You made that reel, and truly appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Krunal, wishing you all the very, very best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And hope to see you in future actually perform. Okay,
Sure, sure,
wherever
sure.
in the
I
world it is.
think, yeah, in Europe, I am going to be after February. So, yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Sure, sure. Yeah. Take care. Likewise. Yeah. Bye. Have a
Bye.
nice day.
You too. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.